Hello, it's Johnny Campbell here, the Transition Man, personal performance and change management expert, here with a question. What is the number one catalyst for improvement? I'm going to give you a moment to think about that. What is the number one catalyst for improvement in your organization, in your business, and in your life? Now, when you think about that question, most people would say, well, for my organization, probably training and education. For my business, maybe it's some new technology. And maybe for my life, to really improve, I need a coach. Now, in each and every one of those cases, you are correct when it comes to your growth, but not for the catalyst. In other words, the spark, the thing that jumps you up to the point that you realize you need more training, you need new technologies, or you need coaching. What is actually the catalyst that causes you to realize you need these things? Well, ladies and gentlemen, the real catalyst is an enemy. That's right. The number one catalyst for your improvement is an enemy. Now, I know what you're saying right now. You're saying, come on, Johnny, how in the world could an enemy be the catalyst to my improvement? Well, I'm here to tell you that enemies do a lot of really good things for us. Enemies help us get focused, help us to get clear, and they really help us to push toward our dreams and goals. And what's so fascinating about an enemy is an enemy, and I use the word enemy, could be a person, a situation, or a thing. But enemies push us. Enemies help us see that we need to improve. Now, one of the areas that I most noticed this in history was Steve Jobs versus Bill Gates in technology. And each of those fierce competitors were enemies of the other, but Steve Jobs took it to the next level. And Steve Jobs was quoted as saying, we need an identifiable rival, nemesis, or enemy. That could be Microsoft, IBM, or Google, or someone that we've just made up in our heads. Because with that enemy, we have something to focus on to push us to excellence. See, Steve Jobs understood that having that enemy created loyalty. Having that enemy helped them define their purpose. And having that enemy helped them create this culture of unity around their products and services. In each and every one of those cases, it was the enemy that was the catalyst for their improvement. Now, with that in mind, I want to encourage everyone to please check out the link below where you'll find my TED Talk. And I did a TED Talk on how an enemy can improve your life. And in that TED Talk, I talk about the idea of an enemy and how it can help you improve. But what I'd like to do in the time that we have is share with you a few ideas about an enemy and why it would matter and how it can help you improve. Number one, an enemy can help you improve because of motivation. Enemies give us the motivation and the inspiration to get up in the morning and do what we have to do. Enemies have always been with us. Think about sports for a moment here. Do we really cheer because the person scored a touchdown, a basket, or someone achieved some great result? Or are we really cheering for the adversity that they overcame, the struggles they overcame, or the people they had to defeat in order to achieve their goals? See, the enemy is the real catalyst to our improvement, but it's also the catalyst for us to become motivated and inspired. That's the first. Number two, an enemy helps us understand our purpose. When we clearly define the enemy, we start to clearly identify ourselves. We understand who we are, what we're about, and most importantly, we understand why we do what we do. In other words, when you have an enemy, you understand what you personally believe. Think about organizations and their vision statements, their mission statements. If they have an enemy, then they become true believers in their vision and in their mission. And in your own life, when you identify the enemy, you suddenly become more than what you already were. You suddenly become totally aware of who you are and what you're about. And then finally, when you have an enemy that helps you improve, in other words, it's the catalyst, you have clarity. You now have clarity as to what's standing in your way. And when you understand what's standing in your way, you now have focus. And because you have focus, you now know what trainings and education you need because you know what's standing in your way. You now know what technologies you need in your business because you now know what's standing in your way. And finally, you now understand why you need a coach in your life because you know what's standing in your way and you know what type of coach you're going to need to help you succeed. See, what I wanted to share with you here in the time that I had was 3 key ideas, but also more importantly, why having this enemy will make a difference in your life. So finally here, I want to leave you with these final thoughts here. First and foremost, to watch the video of my TED Talk, please go below and you will be able to watch the link and click over and watch the video. Also, if you go below, click on the link, you'll be able to join my newsletter, which will allow you to be updated when I release my book based on my TEDx talk. And my book is called Find Your Enemy and Win. So that'll allow you to get updated. And then lastly, if you're watching this video and you're with an organization or group and you found this idea fascinating and something your organization could benefit from and improve from learning more about, then please either email me or give me a call and I'm happy to talk to you about it. And for those that are just listening in general, please share this with others. Spread the word that an enemy can improve your life. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Johnny Campbell. I'm called a Transition Man. I wish you all the best in your success, and I'll see you in the next video.